not another podcast, just a few good men coming together to share our perspective. What's yours?
Alright, what's up everybody? This is episode 9 of the OP podcast. I'm your host Kels. And today we're gonna get a little ratchet today.
Oh, Lord.
To my left, this is my wife, Noelle. That's my sister Taylor. That's D-Lo. That's Heavy's wife, Shay. And that's Heavy. Alright, so the first topic that I want to talk about today is... do women use men to get what they want?
Yes.
You didn't even let us answer. You didn't even give us a chance.
What do you have to wait for? Alright, go ahead.
Why you feel like that, love?
I'm about to say, give us
I'm
some
not going to let y'all go first. Women go first.
No, you don't.
Yes. I want women to go first. I want y'all perspective.
It's too late.
It's our perspective. Go ahead.
Well, that can be on a case-by-case basis, and it can go both ways. It don't have to just be women. It can be men using women as well. So that's what I got to say about it.
How do y'all feel?
But how though? So like explain, like how do you say that? Like when you say case by case.
Because
So what's some ways women use men to get what they want?
That's a good one.
So I'm going to say it's not, obviously I'm not a part of this, I'm married, but I know that some females operate in a certain way. They like, oh, he could take me out to dinner, he could take me to the movies, he could take me shopping. But like Taylor said,
But then I'm gonna lay with him
the same way. Exactly. Like they gonna do these things for me, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna go home to him.
Alright, so what y'all got to offer men?
Oh, good.
Y'all. Don't say y'all.
You getting hot with it.
Not y'all in this room, but like what does a woman, what's other than that, the one thing they have to offer a man, what do y'all have to offer?
If she's on my stuff,
support.
I can get that from my mom.
But also think about it, your mom is gonna, you're right, you're not going to get the same type of support from a woman that you'll get from your mom. Especially if she fucks with you.
because your mother,
Okay.
Because your mother's not going to challenge you the way that a woman is.
Your mother's going to call
But
you.
it depends on the type of man you're talking about, because like me, like I'm the oldest, so I grew up quicker. Like I knew how to cook. Like I knew how to pay my own bills. I knew how to clean. So I think it just depends on the type of man you're talking about. Maybe also the type of woman you're talking about too.
That's what it is.
All right, what about you, love? What you say?
I feel like they're good. A lot of women are users.
A lot of
A
women?
lot of
You
most
dealt
of
with a lot of women?
I feel like that's only
I
recent.
feel like a lot of women are users.
Man, you know,
What
I
about
feel like
men?
when people in college,
Men, it's very rare. So you don't see
they
men.
want cookies and cream, ice cream, so you know, they don't have a motherfucker bring some ice cream. But other than that, that's about the only use. And I can go for, hey, how you doing,
And
baby?
you probably was
Wow,
busy.
we doing that? Is that what we're doing?
And you could probably be busy. You could probably be busy, and they still want you to. I don't know, just find your way to give me my ice cream. And you like, man, like that's how it is. But I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like I feel like I don't know if it was like the mothers. Like I think in their head, like some women, like if you be like, I want to take, you know what I'm saying? Like you get a girl number, you like, I want to talk to you, blah blah blah. The first thing that comes to a girl mind should not be, well, what can you do for me?
So, let me speak on that though. I do understand what you're saying, bro, but a lot of times chicks be feeling like, bro, I'm not about to just get this man no ass.
But that's common sense.
But they already
That's
like,
not- but
bruh,
that's-
like
that's
for
how it
real.
be.
Like, a lot of I got Sam sisters home. A chick know off jump if she gonna give you some ass. Like it ain't no.
And guys know.
But they not just about to give you nothing. They're not about to give you something for nothing, man.
So let me speak. If I go to a girl, I'm not necessarily saying, yeah, I'm about to hit this joint.
You're not saying that, bro. But
I'm trying to see what's up.
But that's in your nature. You're a man. You're a man. It's in your nature to be like, oh,
eventually we gonna do something, but that's eventually down the line.
But what you gotta do? What
I mean,
are you gonna do to keep?
I get what you're saying, because I watched the interview and it was a guy and he was like, like nah, man, we just don't want to spend all our money on you. Like, yeah, we want something. So I get what you're saying in that sense, but as far as like, I just think that if that's your intentions with somebody, I think you should be upfront with them.
Straight up.
Yeah, you should. I mean, it's something to consider. Like, everything is going to be an exchange. So it's going to be energy exchange. It's going to be an exchange from day one, no matter what. Y'all ain't just going to be pillow talking and conversing on the phone back and forth for 6, 7, 8, 9 months and nothing's coming from it.
Oh, no, that's
because
weird.
I can do that with anybody. So what makes you better than the next nigga for me to decide I'm going to give him my time and my attention versus I'm going to play the field? Like, there's a thing now, especially called serial dating, where you not just gonna date one dude because you putting all your eggs in one basket and he ain't giving you what you need. Now what?
But I also, that falls on the line where you get when you talking to a girl, right? I feel like women think like this.
Hey, Deion Sanders said, put all your eggs in one basket. You just get more eggs. That's all you got.
They look at it like this, like they be like you can talk to a girl and you can be like, nah, I'm chilling, I ain't, woo woo. But then I'm dating multiple people. But let a dude say something like that, it's like, oh, you a hoe.
Because you dating multiple people or you fucking multiple people?
I'm dating. If I tell a girl I'm dating, y'all know y'all are not gonna be.
What does that entail? What does that mean?
I don't know.
So do females? All right,
we don't say what
do females feel like they're single until they're married? Because I heard that before too.
I think that's tough.
I don't think I felt that way because if I'm committed, then I'm committed.
Right.
But when you think about older, like the generation above us, they'll be telling you, no, you single till you married. Until you can put married on your taxes or on your tax form, you're single. And some people do have that mindset because that's the mindset we have. That's the mindset our generation has altogether though. Like people between the ages of like 27, 37 or 30 and 40, like that's the mentality.
So my question for y'all is, why is it that like Lo said, when a man dates multiple women,
we consider a hoe.
He's a hoe, but like
that's literally not the truth.
I was about to say
that is the exact opposite. Men can date multiple women or even fuck on multiple women and they a player or they running the game. But as soon as a female is dating 3, 4, 5 niggas,
but y'all lie better than dudes though.
She a PG cruise.
Right. But y'all lie better than dudes though. Because like I'm pretty sure it was a time in here where everybody talked to multiple people and it was probably one person that you were feeling more. You probably didn't tell that person that you were talking to other people.
Nope. It happens. Exactly.
But at what point?
A dude you gonna know because the dude ain't gonna answer his phone.
At what point do you disclose that to the people or to the person or people that you did?
Ain't gotta be the
why do you have to disclose that? If you're young, having fun and you're dating, like why do you have to tell every dude that I'm dating?
I feel like that's an excuse.
You don't have to tell nobody.
But why give another dude your attention if you feeling somebody though?
Be out here free.
Because it done been plenty of females who were in relationships with dudes and they'll still give out their number.
Exactly.
But y'all are really saying they're putting it on females.
No,
like, men haven't been doing this for
it's
years.
Very rare. It's very rare.
What's very rare?
No, men don't do
What's rare?
Men don't do anything.
What's rare, Lo?
Men do probably do that, but I'm just saying, I don't. In my generation.
Your generation? Sir, how old are you?
I don't see the men.
How old are you?
25.
You're lying.
I'm just saying.
You're lying.
In my generation, they are some dogs. I will admit. A lot of guys are dogs. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is a lot of women out here that play the game. And it'd be like, dang, bro.
I think
a lot
the
of
problem
is
that females are just starting to be more open about it. Exactly. Think like a man.
But stop thinking like a man.
Y'all been doing it
stop being
forever.
dicks.
You said stop what?
Stop being dicks.
We got it. That's what we can't help.
We got it. But I think now because they're, like Noel said, more women are like, think like a man. If y'all can do it, why can't women do it?
Because you're not a man. That's what women gotta understand. Stay in your lane.
What? I don't go.
with you for a minute.
I don't go in a girl's head and say this is what she thinking like. This.
But you literally just said you feel like all women think XYZ. That's what you said.
I mean, from what I hear women say. That's what I'm saying. They try to think like a man. Huh?
What women you talking to?
One, I got brothers and that. I don't care what.
Okay, that doesn't mean she's thinking like a man.
Brothers.
That's the game her brother taught her. Because niggas don't be shit. But women don't be shit either.
That's true. So you can't, I think, like, the main thing is you can't base somebody else in your relationship with somebody off past experience that you had.
That's the hard one.
It's hard not to, but that's true.
You gotta give everybody. You have to give everybody
a
fair shot.
Everybody a fair shake when you done been through some bullshit though, man.
But there could be one thing that person does that triggers you to remember what Tom, Dick, Harry, Martin, whoever did. So, but that's
it was Brenda, Letitia.
Right. But like there could be one thing that person does that could trigger you, but if y'all don't have that conversation and have that level of communication, it's gonna continue to
But you gotta forget about it too. It's hard though.
No, don't forget about it, because then you become stupid and you just let shit go. You can't let everything
when you bring it
fly.
into, because I ain't gonna hold you, I was a victim. I brought a lot of stuff in my past into my situations, and then they had me on some like, man, I feel like she playing me like this, blah blah blah, and then next thing you know, y'all go. So
all right, so I'll vote that both sexes use people. I'll vote. Okay.
You can. Not to everyone, but can.
Women do it most.
At some point, everybody gonna use somebody else to get what they want. That might not be your lifestyle. You may not be somebody that does it consistently.
So let's get messy then. So since you say can, have you ever used a nigga to? Oh, I'm gonna just let him take me out to dinner, and you ain't feeling them.
No.
Never?
No.
Alright. That's what she said. If y'all ever see this episode in the comments, I want y'all to say it was me. She ghosted me. She ghosted me,
I
man.
be doing that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I never went into a relationship expecting somebody to give me something else.
You ain't never been in a relationship but one. Alright, next question. How do you realize a relationship is over?
How do you realize a relationship is over?
Yeah, so when do you?
When y'all stop talking, like how y'all it goes from.
You let it get to that point.
It goes.
Damn. What the hell?
Because it's different. So like you could be with somebody, you could be talking constantly, and then you just be like, damn, like we not going, like we gonna win a month, 2 months, 3 months. We can win some time. Like normally, if you with somebody, obviously we're talking every day, and you be like, damn, I done went a month without talking to her for real.
You go a whole month?
Every day, and I'm here for you within like 24 to 36 hours.
I say maybe when the neighbors don't know my name anymore.
Something like that.
So
what I would say is like you gonna have your moments where you gonna be angry at somebody. It should happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you sit and look at a motherfucker, bro, and is nothing happy coming from nothing.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's
when they get like that, that's OC. I don't know what happened.
No, it's when they chewing some food. You be like, I can't stand that nigga. When they
but
start drinking something, can't stand
you can get there, but you can still
point,
turn around and look and be like, damn, this motherfucker do this, they do that.
That's some toxic.
You can when you can find some happiness, you might be able to fix
like
some things.
That's toxic.
But when you get there and it's like, nah, it's nothing that can come out of this.
When you sitting there looking,
2 fingers, I'm out.
Eating.
Nah, man.
So like, why do we? And because I know we probably done felt like that before, but why do we waste so much time in that relationship and not just break it off?
People don't know how to talk.
Yeah,
Communication. People don't want to start over.
They're comfortable.
You're comfortable.
You're super comfortable.
I say communication.
It's hard to start with somebody, especially if you with somebody or dealing with somebody for years and years. And you like, okay, it's not working no more, but do I really want to start something brand new? Got to do the first date type of, like, that's...
You got to ask niggas their favorite
If you're doing that, it's no point in doing all that. Like, we do not got to restart over. I feel like you need to finish what we...
And now
people be comfortable. They like, look, he know me. Like, why I'm going to start over?
Mm-hmm. So there needs to be a conversation. Like, when you get to that point, at some point, the dam's going to break. And when it break, you either going to swim or you going to sink. And that is dependent upon both you and your partner. So if you gonna sink, that's it. But if you gonna swim, y'all gotta have that conversation. Y'all gotta talk. Y'all gotta fight about it.
Free Willy.
Communicate.
Free Willy.
Straight communication.
And people are hopeless romantics. Like some people just
They hope it turned around.
yeah, they hold on to that.
Or
they had this vision from the beginning, and that's what it's gonna be. They not letting it go.
That's toxic.
BS.
That
is a horrible.
I think a lot of times, and what people fail to realize is that, like, when they say certain people just meant to be in your life for seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe in that.
True.
But it also
what Boyz II Men had that song. 4 Seasons of Loneliness.
Oh.
See, I know my old school.
I got
surprised
you.
you wasn't putting
the fact that you're talking about Boyz II Men is old school. Like,
Slip ain't here. He would have backed you up. Slip, tell us in the comments.
Go ahead.
I think it also takes maturity. Like, you have to be able to say this person was a season. But you saying the person a season and the other person is like, nah, we in it for the long haul.
Alright, so with that Alright, so with that then, because most of us here are married. So if you weren't married, and this ain't even trying to put nobody on the spot, but if you weren't married and like where you are now in life, if you weren't married, would there be, because like you may have did wrong, they may have did wrong.
Right.
Now that you realize that the place that you're in now, do you think certain relationships might have worked out?
Fuck no. I mean, excuse my French. I mean,
That's not a question.
It depends on
it
people.
depends, like the people, because the relationships I had, nah.
I say no just because I think an ex is an ex for a reason.
Yeah. Nah.
But then this
So
is.
you ain't never went back to no ex?
Nah.
But can I say something? So this is how I feel about it. This is how I feel about it. When you do stuff like that, you don't necessarily gotta get back with them. You can be on some. Man, I'm just trying, you know.
You talking about relationship or friends with
that
benefits?
is what's toxic.
You don't gotta be together. You don't gotta be together.
You can go knock boots with anybody else, bro.
But
I'm
comfortable with you.
I
get called because I'm out here knocking boots on every other girl. But I'm just saying, I want to knock your boots.
Is that not a user?
That's not a user.
That is absolutely a
Sometimes
user.
they could code at night. Don't nobody want to do what they got to do.
That's what Cardi B said.
So sometimes you want to go knock the person boots that you used to knock.
Alright, man. Alright, next. I'm switching subjects. I probably shouldn't have asked that question. Alright, can you still be friends? Should you still be friends with your ex's friends?
Hell no.
Why you gotta?
That's weird. That is weird.
Is it weird or is
that weird?
I think that's weird. Kinda.
But they were y'all mutual friends.
Exactly.
So it's one.
Just because we not together anymore, I gotta completely cut off everyone else that
How?
I
That depends on how the breakup was.
Not even that. My
makes
thing
no
is,
sense.
if that's cool, because I got family members who still deal with, you know what I'm saying? It's all on how the two people can act around each other, knowing that it's over, and potentially I might walk through the door with a nice drink of water that might upset you that I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I was about to say. It depends on your relationship with your ex too, as well.
That's weird.
But most people don't have relationships with the ex. That's the point he's trying to make.
How the relationship ended and how you and your ex are.
So like, all right.
You have a girl best friend, right?
So let me ask you something. So
you had a girl best friend.
So let's say like D'Angelo had a best friend. And let's say like Tay was going to like brunch with his best friend.
Or going, watching movies.
Why you
I'm gonna get messy on this one.
What would you say?
I don't like that y'all doing that.
I'm gonna stick up for my sister. why you targeting her?
Nobody's talking about it. We just said we just.
No, that wasn't.
I just made an example.
He gave an example.
So
I made an
my
example.
whole thing is though.
You
That's
heavy
a very
example.
realistic example.
Let's use heavy.
Nah. My thing is though, bro. Like you break up with somebody. You break up with somebody, and you know y'all got a friend group. And my thing is, how are you gonna feel when your person that you broke up with walk through the door with somebody who look like you, act like you, and do all the things that you would have done? Like how, you know what I'm saying? Can you cope with yourself and be okay with that?
That's a you thing. That's an internal thing.
You know what I'm saying? Can you be okay? You like, damn, this nigga is just like me.
That sounds like a.
But
What's the
also,
difference?
I think it's worth noting that as long as your friend group or your family ain't on no disrespectful shit, like
Exactly.
don't say, oh, so and so, Derek and whoever used to do this, and so and so used to do that. I don't give a damn what they used to do. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not his person no more. So correct.
Exactly.
Unless you're trying to run the hands, like that's really just what it is.
And at the end of the day, when you're adults, like you're happy about somebody else being happy. Like
I'm always happy.
even if you was good with somebody, if you love them at one point in your life, if they happy, that's good.
I just be thinking that grass green on the other side.
Cause you ain't want to
You know
choose.
what I'm saying?
You're the person that's killing the grass, and you don't acknowledge that.
You gotta water the grass.
I mean, it's just like you just can't take it like further than when you can
Personally,
talk.
I
Y'all
think
can
it's
talk.
weird.
It's weird to a certain extent, but it's like at the end of the day, if y'all not together, it's like you can't be like, no, I don't want you talking to her, bro. You can't do like that. But it's just
That's fine. So if your ex can't hang out with your friends, even though y'all were mutuals and y'all had a whole friend group, then your ex should not also be able to hang out with their family
all I'm
members.
saying is I leave a good.
All right, so what's the
Is it weird for your ex to be with hanging out with family members?
No, it's
So
not.
what's the difference between that and hanging
That's
out?
why I said it's fine. It's cool. It's
just
just
said it's
certain
weird.
thing. It's weird. You probably look at it weird, and I probably look at it weird. You
I
probably
don't
look,
think it's
if you
weird.
dating, if you was like, that's hot.
I mean, but what if your family members just do podcasts with your friends?
Go ahead.
dance around the topic and talk, call a spade a spade.
Alright, man.
Hey, dog.
Oh, man.
They just do
This
podcasts.
is over here.
Y'all do way more than
Alright, so-
Oh no.
Pause. So you got pause there, cuz.
No
Pause.
funny shit. But
Alright, do women, when y'all dating men or whatever, do you look for like certain qualities in men that like you seen in your father?
Hell no.
That's a
I mean, I have a whole
my biological father, absolutely not. If I see anything, I'm running far away. But the man that's been my father since I was 3 years old, absolutely, because he's always made me to feel safe, to make me feel protected, and made me feel as if like I'm worthy of all the good things that come to me. And if you don't also make me feel like I'm worthy of all the good things that come to me, if you make me feel small or make me feel belittled, we have nothing to talk about.
So we said
I say yes.
yes. You said no.
Me?
Yeah.
Certain things. Certain things that certain qualities that my dad has, yes, I will absolutely look for in a prospect. But
How was your dad? I never met him before. How was
I'm about to throw my shoe.
You already said.
I'm about to throw my shoe at you.
like what? Like I'm curious. Like what? I want to know. Like what? Like
How's
what?
How's he like?
So you asking her what of those qualities that she looks
I would
in
look
a
for?
prospect? Okay.
Like going to the liquor store?
alright.
No pun intended.
No, my dad's a provider, number one. He is a big provider, so I definitely would look for that in a man. Not saying I would use him, not saying he gotta pay all of the bills, do all
Okay,
that.
I'll just. I got a good question.
Let me
Okay.
clear that up.
Short is 50-50
But my
question.
dad,
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
yes. No, my dad is a provider, so I would definitely look for that in a man. Just the way he raised his children, so when I'm dating, I have a problem with looking like looking in the future. So I would like try to see if a man would be a good dad to his children. How did he treat other children? How does he treat his mom?
Oh, so you like niggas with kids?
No. I mean, I wouldn't cut that out.
Like men who,
as you get older, you can't cut that out.
All right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't completely cut that out. Right.
But like before Derek and I got together, I saw him interact with children. Mm-hmm. Well, not before we got together, but before we had our own children. I saw him interact with children. Mm-hmm. If he was like kicking kids like out the way, not in a playful way, but just like being mean to kids and not being a good person when it comes to children, especially with my own love for children,
right?
It's dead. It's over. Like not. And the one thing that the biggest piece of it was my baby sister. My baby sister is 11 years younger than me. And even when Derek and I were dating and when we were engaged, she would come up and spend time with us during the summer. Now, she was a preteen teenage girl, so of course she had her own attitudes about everything. But if him and my sister couldn't vibe, or you can't vibe with my family, I can't do it. Because I'm big on family.
Yeah, that's a big point.
I get that part, but it's not always like initially how people vibe. Because some people have to get to know each other. You gotta get to know each other, for real. Kelvin, he wasn't the best with my family when we first got together. He wasn't
the best with nobody.
Adam's fine.
No, it's just because like when you're raised differently, and our childhoods are similar in some ways, but very different in other ways. Like
so with me, I just thought, and there's nothing wrong with being tight knit with your family, but I just thought they were too
tight knit.
But it's just because you weren't raised that way. Like it was my mother, my brother, my sister. We was close. That's just how we were raised.
But like
and you just thought that was weird because
I'm like, damn, these niggas get together every holiday. I'm like,
family eat dinner together, and if they're not eating dinner together on Sunday, like at some point during the week, matter of fact, what time is it right now?
They eating together right now.
It's 5:01. They're eating dinner right now. I don't know how they at, but they're eating together right now.
But also, I'm closer with like my immediate family, not like distant family and stuff like that, as you know now. But I mean, it doesn't. I don't know.
I mean, y'all cool. Bit strange, a little bit crazy. How do y'all feel about like in today's society? Like, should be like 50-50, or like should a man like pay the bills and stuff, or how do y'all feel about
that? You gotta do what works for you.
You gotta do what works for the house right at that moment, bro.
If I'm going to work and I'm taking care of the kids, and I'm like, back then when the man was taking care of the whole house, she was at home, she was cooking and cleaning, she was taking care of the kids, maybe the kids was in school, but she was at home, she was taking care of home, so that was her job. But if you looking at it like, well, she gonna go to work and I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna get home before her, or she gonna get home before me, but there's not a good level of communication where y'all are saying, you handle this, I handle this, you do this, or y'all can't anticipate each other's needs.
Yeah, because I just feel like, and people who have that type of relationship where the man provides and the woman is at home, if that works for you, then that's fine. But to me, I feel like if you're gonna be home all day, like dinner should be cooked, like I shouldn't come home to a dirty house and stuff. So I just feel like it just depends on what works for you all. But I feel like today, like, you need a 2-income household.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's way too damn expensive.
Everything's expensive.
Like, I was looking at a post on Facebook recently, and like the minimum income in Maryland to rent a 2-bedroom is like, you need to make $30 an hour at least. So
it's not realistic.
It's not realistic. You need a 2-income household. Yeah, one of y'all take care of the house. One of y'all pay for all the pay utilities, or buy groceries, or pay for school for the kids. Like, you gotta do what works for you.
I feel like it just depends on the relationship in the couple, because somebody could be content, whether it's the wife or the husband, in one role, and somebody else is, you're happy in another role. But if both of y'all have like ambition and you want to do stuff like outside of like just being in the household, then you have to work together to be like, all right, I'm gonna do this while you're doing that. You take care of you being in school, you take care of you doing this, and I got this. Like, it's under control, so you don't have to worry about it.
For sure.
When you're when you're going through something like in life, whether it's a relationship or whatever, like who do you all talk to first? Do you talk to your parents first or like your best friend?
My mom.
My daddy.
I talk to my man.
Your bald headed granny. She 99.
I'll beat your ass.
I talk to my man. Cause I feel like if you gotta have that like.
You know who you talk to though.
If it's like you gotta have that.
Cause you,
like for me, my men they 100. Like they you wrong or you right. And that's how it is. So I can communicate with people like that. I don't want nobody telling me, oh you right. She wrong. Then I'm not learning nothing. Like I'm not growing. So I'd rather talk to somebody that's going to tell me, yeah, bro, you was wrong.
Yeah, you bring certain problems to certain people.
To be quite honest, I used to keep a lot of shit in when my mother got sick, because my mother was the one that I talked to. Like, mom's was it, because she raised me, and she was a straight shooter. Like, if I was dead wrong, she was going to let me know all the time. Like, yeah, you fucking up, son. But more recently, I talked to you, and my other homie, but other than that, bro, I used to just be like,
in his fucking head.
You know what else is
in his head, 24/7.
People who don't know the other person like is really good. Like for me, I got like, cause I'm coaching, so if I got a relationship with a coach or something like real heavy, like we good, we locked in, and they don't know that person, it's good to come to them, cause then you don't want to bring them around, then they be weird to them and be like, oh nah, I don't think she's the best for you. So like yeah, again, like people it's a balance. You gotta have a balance.
But I think in the same breath, if you're talking to somebody that doesn't know the person you're talking about, are they gonna automatically?
You gotta be honest though. So if I come to you and tell you the situation, I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm not gonna leave out stuff just to make me seem right.
But everybody not gonna tell everybody.
And that's when they just gotta grow up. So if you're looking at this and you act like that, you're very mature.
I think with me, I keep a lot of stuff bottled up just because I feel like a lot of times when you talk to certain people, like even family, like I've went through shit before and shit even like recently or whatever, and I try to talk to people or try to get people's opinion or like maybe what should I do in this particular situation. I feel like a lot of times like people like they'll bait you in like they really care, but they just want to be nosy and just be in your business. So I like with me, like unless I'm talking to her, like nobody really knows my business. Like I mean I don't have it was more so like family shit, but as far as like me and her, we have our talks or whatever. And but because I'm one of those people, I can talk to you and like I can get your opinion, but it's really no change in my opinion about something. Like once my mind is made, I'm one of them type.
We know.
Once my mind is made up,
That's it.
I'm trying to tell you.
Men keep a lot of things balled up in general. Mm-hmm. And y'all will go to y'all niggas and talk, or even go to your partner and talk, but not until you get good and ready to do it. Mm-hmm. So you done already played 13,000 different scenarios in your head, and none of them came to be the scenario that you wanted them to be, or because you are a realist or sometimes an inherently negative person, you see the bad side of everything. Sometimes you do.
What Marvin say? He's openly aggressive.
Yeah.
Openly aggressive.
Sometimes you need to see somebody else's.
So like with them, like when it's shit, I talk to them, and I know Heavy. He gonna try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. He gonna try to see the good in everything.
Got you, man.
Low is the same way too, but depending on how but depending on how depending on how I switch the situation, he be ready to jump out the window too. So that's why I told him.
I think Derek is like he gonna ride. He gonna give you the business, but he gonna ride because you his boy, and he gonna tell you on the other side, bruh, you fucked up with that. That was wrong. You shouldn't have did it.
And like with these two, they just gonna tell me I'm wrong, and then I'll be like,
That's
okay.
not even it. I'm trying to go like heavy. I'm gonna be like, all right, you gotta go the more calm route. You try to turn a new leaf. It don't need to be like turned up all the time.
The problem is all of y'all be hotheads when it comes to
never. But all right, so what people gotta realize is that with a lot of stuff,
communication is key.
Yeah, it's just communication,
and it's not
a simple phone call.
No, not even just that situation. Just period. It's how you talk to people. It's how you know. Some people, I look at it. Some people too sensitive out here. Like we got a lot of sensitive people out here in the world, and we also people who are claimed, because I'm in my group, they claim me as the you always mad, you high, you gotta calm down. So it's like, but I'm big on if I respect you, respect me.
Back.
So if you come at me, calling my phone, raising your voice, you think I'm about to be like, yes, you're right. Alright, man, what the fuck you talking to? Like, and that's where we at now. And now I'm heated, and like. You can't. Once I'm hot, you can't turn me down until I'm ready.
But
to
it's also, what do you get from that?
I feel good afterwards.
But why? Like, why?
Because now you know. Honestly, I look at it like now.
He gonna talk level the whole time. You gotta know in your head he done killed you 7 different ways.
Please don't do it. Just come to the house.
Now I'm like,
stand outside. We can talk, man. Like I'm not about to yell with you.
You love it in that second, but after the fact, you probably think even 6 months, a year down the line, you're like, I could have handled that situation.
They gonna know you're not a bitch.
But that don't mean
why you care,
right?
Sometimes I be feeling like people.
Like if somebody called me yelling for real, like really get out of pocket, clip.
That kind of burned me up, bro. I gotta tell you.
Why are you calling me being aggressive? Do not call me being aggressive.
I'm not gonna get aggressive with you on the phone because you're on the phone. Because if you get too aggressive and I feel like I need to put my hands on you, I need you in front of me.
I can't
put my hands on.
Because I don't know what's going on.
So I just dog. Don't call my phone yelling. If you want to yell, come yell in my face. If you yell in my face, then I know you acting. If you over the phone yelling, bro, I know you doing that over the phone. You know it's gonna take a minute for me to get to you. But if you really want to yell, come yell in my face. So if you want to get physical, we can go outside and we can bump. But until then, bro, don't call my phone yelling, please. That's just how I feel about it.
I'm trying to be, as I get older, I'm trying to be.
He's saying this, but go ahead.
I feel like he's going.
I am. Like I get mad.
Another thing that y'all have to realize that will help you a lot in life is you cannot expect yourself from someone else. You cannot expect someone else's actions to match what you would have done in the situation. Everyone does not act the way you act in a situation, and that is what causes a lot of conflict because you like, oh well, they didn't do this and that. And that's what you expected them to do, but in their head, they don't know that. They didn't think. They don't think that way.
And even though
that means a lot of people need to look at themselves in the mirror.
And even though you're the same age, so you expecting them to do things, carry a situation in a certain way, people like mature and get to a certain place in your life.
Just because we're the same age, that don't mean you've been through the same shit I've been through.
And
so
even
handle certain situations.
And that person, other people don't go through the same.
But a lot of times too. But with a lot of times too though, what we need to stop doing is making excuses for people though.
We do that too much.
We make a lot of excuses for people.
But on the topic, because that's what I was about to bring up. On the topic of upbringing, if you're raised from a point of survival and all you know is getting it out the mud, you're going to naturally be more aggressive than somebody who was raised in a space of love with all of the familial support, all of the community. Like, those are going to be natural differences. But at some point, you got to respect that this person was raised out of survival. That person got to respect you was raised out of love. And y'all have to both take accountability for the way y'all are responding to the situation.
And then that's also still kind of...
you end up with a sweatshirt.
That's kind of giving them a pass, though. So, like, if you was hard, like, bro, if I come to you on some like respectful stuff, bro, my mind is not coming off of, oh, I gotta understand that they was getting it out of the mud. My mind is how I'm coming at you. I want you to come at me the same way.
Because we're adults.
And exactly. And so once I feel like you at that adult stage, like we're not talking about 10-year-old, 8-year-olds. We're talking about people that got jobs and get up, all that. Like if you do that, just come at me with respect. I'm gonna come at you with respect.
Can a woman pay for a first date?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. She can.
Yep.
Whoever asked who I was paying.
That part.
What women? All right, let's be real. What women is asking to pay?
What?
You did it?
I didn't ask them out first, but there have been many times that I
be honest. So if I go out with a girl right now, if I was to take a girl out right now, and then because I done had plenty of times where a girl done asked me, "Oh, let's go out, we should go out." Bro, I know once we get to that place and I'm about to pay, bro, there's no girl that's like, "No, I got it." You're not gonna do that.
That's not true. That's the ones you're dealing with.
So that's when you got Dutch, huh?
Cat, bro.
That's when you go
Maybe
Dutch.
the old heads are like that, but girls in my generation ain't on that type of time.
That's when you go Dutch.
Am I old head?
No, I'm understand. No, but I'm saying like the older.
I was going 2 pieces before you.
Y'all nigga about 6 years. You got me feeling like knocking on death doors.
I feel like after my age, I feel like their minds, bro, be on some other stuff, and it's just like, bro, like
that's the ones you talking.
I like that mindset though. I want a girl to sit here and say, let's go out, bet, say less. So now when we go out, you paying.
But at the same time,
That's why I know it's not gonna happen.
You as a man, you should be prepared to pay for it.
I am going to be, but
Both parties should be prepared.
You should be prepared to pay for your own shit.
That ain't true.
Anything can happen.
That ain't true.
You don't
Then
think
somebody should be prepared to pay?
No, because y'all don't be prepared to pay.
Even if I know somebody paying, I always got my money on me. I'm not about to sit there
I'm about to
and
start
like
testing
this.
some
I
women.
know somebody that reached for their wallet and went out, and I looked at them like
I got cussed out.
When we go out and we say, can we go out? They got a mortgage. They got a Chris. But when we go out, we gotta get the little Fridays.
Your mama ain't never took you to room.
Somebody that match your
like
energy.
this. The first expensive date wasn't paid for.
All right, so what's like a first date? Like what's like a good like price range for a first date?
$200.
Thank you. That's how I
Our first date, we
200?
No, that's how much I'm taking. I'm not spending
We went to dinner. We went to the movies. Like it depends on. I mean, if you about to go and just sit at a restaurant.
I was gonna say about
I like to eat though. I like to eat.
I'm gonna take
once you add it in, drinks into the equation.
Another $50 a set.
Y'all going straight to Top Golf on the first date?
So like
Hey, look,
put it
I
like this,
tell
prime
them
example.
water.
Last night, me and my godmother went out to eat.
We used to go to Friday.
We didn't even get no whole bunch of nothing. We went all home. $95. And no drinks.
Yeah.
That was no drinks.
I say like.
So then if you think about it like
40
this,
with the tip.
you got
I
go.
say
With the
200.
tip?
Yeah.
Nah, but then you
But
got,
we did
what about the
multiple things
movies?
on our
What
first
about
date.
them? Like, so we went out to eat.
What make you think you worth $200?
Who?
Cause you ain't gonna spend
That's on you.
no, because you ain't gonna spend $200 on me.
Who?
Why are you asking?
I spent $200 on him food only.
How
Y'all
do you
ain't spend no $200
On the first date,
Y'all ain't spend no $200.
Hold on. I don't know what she did
I
before me.
disagree.
I don't know what she
Before
did.
him, no, I wasn't doing that.
Women-
But so,
So you voted that category then?
Derek, no, but I also didn't date a lot.
I don't know what she
before
did
Women aren't
before
doing
me.
that.
I didn't
But
take
can
men.
tell
I
you.
didn't take dudes home. I can name on one hand the number of men I've taken home today, and I'm.
We're not saying that. I'm talking about name 5 guys that you spent $200 on.
Exactly.
I can name 20 plus girls I spent $200 on. Name 5 guys.
Hey, you get in the car, you like, dang, bro. I just like.
I mean, are you spending $200 on just anybody or somebody that you're really invested in?
Exactly. That's the problem.
Okay,
If you spending $200 on a bitch that you
Yeah,
met
we still
30
talking about
days
first dates.
ago,
Yeah.
that's on
First
her.
date.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. $200
Well, I
on
never
the
paid for a
first
first
date.
date.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, like, bro.
What you say?
I done.
I've never
Our
paid for a
first
first
date.
date.
Our first
So
date.
why are you gonna
was-
say you?
Because I'm still saying if I'm
I
dating
say-
a person.
Cause she not gonna be the
So
one.
she out this
Our
conversation.
first
man.
date
She
was
not-
about
No.
You
160,
ain't
bro.
never did it
It was
before.
about 160.
Actually,
Everything we
she
did,
gonna do
ice
it.
cream, movies, and we didn't even go nowhere expensive for real to go eat.
Girls nowadays don't want that.
She ain't even took me out for $200. Like,
You are.
Hey, bro, I done turned dates until now. Let's just take a long walk. We'll
I'm
just
gonna tell you when I knew it was it.
a long walk.
Don't. You doing too much.
Nope.
You doing too much.
What
You
you
finna
say?
do too much. After our first date, he was taking me back to my dorm. This what you finna tell me?
Nah,
What you finna tell me?
you about to go left.
Oh, what's wrong? What you say?
Wait a minute.
Oh, what no backseat, nigga? We was on the train. That's when I knew it was it.
Oh Lord.
oh, no.
Go watch this one day.
No.
I ain't had no car, no nothing, home.
Oh, you
Oh,
taking
wow,
it. Hey, now that's real love, though.
That wasn't, yeah. When she was, when she was cool with being on the green line. I was like, what?
There have been many times that I had to remind Derek that I'm not one of them hoes he used to fuck with. Because, and this was not in the past 7 years or so, but when he would be trying to figure out like how to go and spend all these different money, like I don't care, nigga. Take me to get a bottle. I'm gonna get some food. We can go get a pizza and sit in the house and watch movies. Like
that ain't $200. No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be $200 every.
All right, so we gonna say between 100 and 150.
All right, we'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll say 150.
Like I'm not.
Okay. Lo, how much you spending, Lo?
I want to spend how much is about 100 to 120.
For a first date.
A lot of times I feel like it's more than that probably.
But where you going? What's your idea of a good place to go for a first date?
Chick-fil-A.
I be chilling, bro. I be wanting to do bowling.
Don't sleep Chick-fil-A.
I ain't gonna lie.
Bowling is supposed to bust your head when you get roped in. Let's go bowling. Nope.
I be ready.
That's 200, 250 tops.
And you know.
I want to go
When
skating.
you go there, bro.
Hey, we gotta go to Bolero, y'all.
Yeah, I seen that going to look good.
Which Bolero?
Arlington, yeah.
But now my new thing is like pinstripes now. Like I like that a lot.
You smell the little
in Georgetown?
In Bethesda?
Oh, Bethesda.
Yeah, that joint. I like that joint. The little bowling and eating.
They got brunch. We should go there.
Okay, all right. So my last thing I want to touch on is and I don't want y'all to think I'm going at the females this episode, y'all.
You are, but
I love them.
It's
I love them, but they be capping. So like when we talk about like I want to ask y'all how y'all feel about this. So I'll try to break it down like this. When we talk about like how like Young Thug and Gunna, like how they're using their lyrics against them in court or whatever, and then I was reading something it came out a little while ago about like Lotto when she was recording her album, and one of the features on her album, like a dude tried to go at her. So like why do you like if certain people, as far as like as men, if like the court system and everything can go at us a certain type of way, like if these females, if they dress a certain type of way, if they have like a certain type of look on Instagram and stuff, and like they have OnlyFans and like they're like selling sex, why do females get mad like when dudes go at them on something sexual?
Tell me. Why do they get mad?
So I'm
glad you spun it the way you did.
I'm gonna split it between OnlyFans because that's different because you are literally selling sex.
No, not OnlyFans, Twitter, Instagram.
But at the end of the day, a female can dress however she wants to dress. Mm-hmm. She could be a daggone lawyer, a doctor, teacher, whatever the case may be. She could dress how she want to dress. If that make her feel good, that make her feel good. Does that give somebody the right to treat her like shit because she wants to dress the way she wants to dress? And this is coming from somebody that don't dress like that. But I'm just saying, she can put on whatever she want. If she want to show something a little extra, she can.
But that doesn't always mean that she about to give you some ass just because she got her ass out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I said question. I have a statement. So this is my thing with that though. You cannot post your body up on social media, not even just OnlyFans, on social media, and give off this persona of bad girl, hot girl, woo woo, blah blah blah, and then think men are not gonna be out here like, bro, I'm trying. Oh, that. Like,
okay.
You can think that, but don't treat me a certain type of way.
I'm not gonna treat you a certain type of way. But
if you out here on your Instagram, your Twitter, your whatever, you flashing all your money, all your guns, all your whatever. Don't be mad when she come at you only on some money shit.
But no, but hold up. But let me, I'm glad you brought that up. Let me ask you a question. If a dude is posting his guns on Instagram, are you not gonna automatically think he's a thug? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. Yes or no? We don't even have to think about that. You're gonna think that, right? You're gonna think that he's a guy. He's saying it. So with that being said, it's the same thing for a female. I grew up on your appearance and how you. When I go out that door, when I go out my door in the morning, and what I show is what people are gonna. For me, I got tattoos and dreads, so they gonna already look at me. Oh, he's a bad thug, boom, boom, boom. But you don't even know what kind of career I'm in. So a lot of times, until you see what I'm wearing. But a lot of times we already get that label, so that's why I say when women wearing what they wearing, bro, that's fine. But when you go to a club,
you don't want to be labeled as a thug because you got tattoos and locks, don't label me as a hoe.
I'm not labeling you as a hoe. I'm just telling you what I'm trying to do.
So I get, and I get both, but so like a female like Lotto who actually has a career and is actually doing something, like I feel like that's disrespectful. But like, so why is it that too? There's another question I gotta ask y'all too. When, like I said, when females, when they dress a certain type of way, or they're like Instagram models and stuff, or like we said, OnlyFans and stuff, like what makes these, I might gotta go to my Kevin Samuels or whatever, like,
dear God.
no, it's the truth though. Like, what makes you like a valuable woman? Like, what do you have to offer other than your body and your sex appeal?
Get to know me.
You don't know until you get to know me.
Right.
Do you know how much money they be making off doing that stuff?
Yeah, that's
their
but where's that going to get you in the future though? If you're not
But
investing,
you don't know unless you talk to them. You don't know.
Well, that's the problem though. Nobody's going to approach them that they want to talk to. The men that they want to talk to will not approach you.
You already got to be a certain type of caliber to even talk to.
Because they go get their body done, they go get on. I'm not gonna hold you out there. And plus, I know people that you're gonna go get your body done. You're gonna be living this good life. You're gonna move out of Atlanta somewhere, and you're gonna be. And you probably knew me in school and all that, but now because the way you moving now is.
You see, you heard.
You're not gonna be on that.
Right.
That sounds
real.
Oh no! I never had nobody that. I'm just saying, if I was to go to that person, I already know how you gonna carry. Even though you know who I am, you gonna probably try to carry me like, nah. But
who's to say you was her type before she got all that?
Because I know I'm D-Lo.
And I get what I say.
And that's exactly why.
I just know you got confidence in yourself.
I just feel like people should be approached with respect. Like, don't treat somebody a certain type of way because how they dress. Like, that's just that.
That's real.
And don't get me wrong, they could be dumb as a brick. But at least at the end of the day, don't like come to me rude just because of what I got on.
Well, I gotta be nice.
That's just like
it's not even the coming to you.
Oh, so you gotta be nice to you.
I was told that that sometimes they don't like to be looked at. That was the thing that threw me off. Like, why put it on if you don't want nobody looking?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
Even like at the gym. Like, why do females get mad? Like,
females do. I felt really
they
uncomfortable at the time. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Somebody was eye fucking the hell out of him, and I didn't notice it because I am comfortable with my position with him. Like, you can look at my man, I don't care as long as you don't come at him sideways.
Bruh.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because
I looked up, bruh, every 5 minutes, bruh, it was like,
that'd be funny to me.
If you looking, then you looking, and if you gonna come, you better come.
I'm trying to eat my food, Slim.
All right, so with y'all being female, so is that true?
Can I help you?
Is that true? Like if y'all make like eye contact and like keep looking at a dude that you're interested, is that true?
So, I people watch. So if you look weird, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be trying to figure out what's going on.
It's a certain look.
But
they don't know that look. They don't know that look.
No, if you giving somebody to come fuck me eyes, then you're giving somebody to come fuck me eyes.
Look, man.
Right. But if something's going on in your face or something, I'm gonna be looking too. Like, what's
I'm trying to figure out, is that a tattoo?
Well, just tell me. Just be like, you got something in your eye.
Nah.
So don't just keep looking at me.
But then again, like he was saying, they weren't gonna come up to him when I'm with him.
Bruh,
now they might have tried him if he was by himself.
No, I'm just talking about like if you're single in general. Like, so
yeah,
what?
Look.
So
you can feel it in your soul.
Is it? Yeah, you can't. It's that look. It's definitely that look. So like, is it harder with y'all being females? Is it harder for a female to approach a dude?
I've never approached a guy in person.
All right, man. That's this week of the podcast, man. That's episode 9, man. There's a lot of cap going on, man.
I'm not in DM.